Greetings, everybody. I'm Scott Riddell here at the Academy of Chinese Swordsmanship at the Great River Dallas Center, and I've obviously got another unboxing, not a sword. I've been really looking forward to this. We get a lot of stuff sent to us. You know, it's always great to wake up in the morning and find a delivery, a nice long box with a sword waiting for you. But this is something completely different. This is something we actually purchased with funds from our channel. So if you're one of our members and supporters, appreciate that. This is how your money is being spent. If you're not, think about hitting that join button. All the money that we bring in stays with the channel. Aha, well, I've been really looking forward to getting this. This is a Ming Frontier Trooper HEMA helmet overlay from a company, get this out of here, in Vietnam. So this has come all the way from Vietnam. Had to wait a couple weeks because I think they make these to order. They're not stock. But I've really been looking forward to getting this. It's a Ming style helmet. I'll get that out of the way. It's by a company called Maiden Raider. These are pretty authentic. I got two plumes. So really nice, solid helmet. And if you've ever looked at any Ming Dynasty illustrations, paintings from the period, you'll see that like this, the way this is all done, the flaps is really historically accurate. The Qing helmets had an extra piece that comes around the neck. So that's one way you can tell the difference between the two. And let's see. Okay, so the helmet, this is what I was wondering, is the helmet separate? Yes, the helmet is separate. So this overlay, that's really nice. Very solid. I'll have to see how it stands up to swordplay, of course, but that feels really, really quite solid. Nice visor. One thing we'll have to see when we get into swordplay is, will that visor stand up to taking hits? But boy, just looking at it, I mean, I can't flex it at all. That seems really solid and really well made. I like too that it has, you know, whereas in period examples, you'd have steel plates. Here they have round plastic plates, which is going to be good for, of course, the weight. But that adds a little extra protection, especially on the back. That's so important, right? If you ever get hit in the back, really nice little extra bit of protection. I mean, that's not the main protection, but that's really nice. I wonder how the helmet, there's no lining, of course, to the helmet because it goes on top of the mask. But I'm just kind of curious. Okay, it's too big for a head without the thing because it's obviously it's made to go over a mask. So it's bigger. I mean, that's probably much bigger, or not much, but a bit bigger than an actual period one would be. But wow, so far, it really looks impressive, really well riveted. Of course, we'll test all this out. This, of course, just our first impressions. So literally just got it. Interesting. So that's the helmet part. Let's take a look at the mask for a moment. This is a Wuke helmet, but it's a pretty well-known company. So that's included in a good standard mask with all the stuff you'd expect. That's included with this. Was a little bit pricey. I'm going to give you the link below, so I'm not going to give you the exact price because prices can change, and it's coming from Vietnam. So the exchange rate will change the price probably month to month. I mean, their price is set, but how much you'd pay in dollars or euros or whatever will change. But it was say around $400, and I got two, not one, but two plumes. We'll look at it in a moment. So I paid a little extra for that. I think that's a pretty good price because you figure if you get yourself a decent mask and, you know, kind of standard helmet overlays that you have, you're going to pay close to that anyway, not quite, but, you know, in that kind of neighborhood. When you add on the extra side protection, I think that could have really makes up for that little bit of difference in what it's going to cost. And I mean, it looks really cool. I really love the way it looks. I think you're going to see this in a video in the near future. We have other, I'm not going to, those spoilers there, but we have some videos coming up, some more of our duel videos, Jian versus the world, and probably throw some Dao in there as well. And I think you can expect to see me wearing this for that. So that's a real nice added benefit. So I think for that little bit extra, that's well worth it. let's take a look at the plumes and see how those go in. Like I said, I bought 2 of them. See how those connect. Get rid of that. Let's see how this goes together. So one is that's very typically Ming, a little flag with a dragon on it. That's the plume that goes on top. So that's pretty cool. And this one with the horsehair. I think that may be real horsehair. I don't know, but I like that one too. These are both clearly Ming in style. The reason why I got both of them, besides the fact that I wanted to see them and share them with you, is that's a little bit closer, not exactly, but a little bit closer to the Qing type. So when we're doing one of our duels, if I'm representing something from the Qing period instead of the Ming Dynasty, I thought, well, that's a little bit closer. Obviously, like I said, the helmet's different primarily, especially when it's times as the Qing helmets have an extra 2 pieces that come around and button under the throat for extra neck protection. The Ming helmets don't. Maybe we'll talk them into making that in the future. So, but earlier Qing helmets were also more bowl-shaped like this. They changed later. Without getting into a history of Chinese helmets, this is all looking pretty good. Now, what the heck? I wonder. So I'm going to have to, how about that? I just realized that that's a magnet. You hear that really sticks on. I was thinking I was going to have to take that off and somehow attach this one, which didn't make sense because there was no hole here, but can you hear that? It really, boom, it's really sturdy. So there's your plume. I like that. That's probably good too, because I was thinking about this before it came. Boy, does that look cool or what? That if you're doing swordplay and that gets whacked, bunk, that would get messed up pretty quickly in practice. So that's great because with that just magnetically on there, if it gets hit, it's just going to flop off, fall down, and not get broken, or maybe just bent a little bit. So that's a really, really smart thing. I didn't know that about that feature till just now. So I really like that. Let's take a quick look at the other plume here. Boy, it's like Christmas, getting new toys in. That looks really cool too, doesn't it? And I'm really happy to see this kind of thing coming onto the market because, when we have our tournaments and our practices, I wouldn't want somebody to look at the traditional Chinese sword league tournaments that we have every year and say, oh, well, that just looks like HEMA. It's not. This is Chinese martial arts. Chinese martial arts didn't die. Chinese sword work didn't die and have to be recreated from manuals. That's amazing what our brothers in HEMA have done, but ours didn't die out. We kept going. So we're not imitating HEMA. We're revitalizing our traditions. So I'd like to see everybody in Chinese martial arts and Chinese swordsmanship using Chinese style of gear. You wouldn't go to a kendo tournament in something like this, or in HEMA gear or fencing equipment. You have to wear kendo gear. Come to a Chinese sword tournament, I like to see everybody in Chinese style gear. So that's a good thing. Let's do one last thing here and put it all together and see how it works. I'm not sure if I were doing this, how I would do this. If I would put it on, I said, this just came. This was literally the first time I've handled these. So let's see. I'm going to try putting the mask on first. Make that really loose. And then putting the helmet onto that. And then we'll see if put the helmet on the mask and put them on both at the same time. So haven't adjusted this at all. Okay. The helmet fits okay. Of course, I can adjust that. You'll hear me okay. And let's see. Yeah. And then, well, is it on straight? I hope so. Feels good. And does it move around? No, I shake, move. It's not going to fall off. All right, so you can do it that way. That's probably good because if you're, take that off. Boom. That's probably nice that you can do that because undoubtedly it's going to be a little bit hot with both of them on. So if you want to take it off, I'm glad to see it's 2 parts. And the thing I didn't know when I ordered it was this going to be 2 parts, or was the helmet integral, attached directly on? And I'm glad to see that it's not, because I'm sure in regular training, just in your training hall at your wuguan, that's already hot enough. That's going to make it a little bit hotter. So if you're not going full tilt, it's nice to have those as two different pieces. The Ming Trooper helmet, Ming Frontier Trooper's helmet from Maiden Raider in Vietnam. So is it a recommended buy? I would say absolutely. I'm really loving it. I think it looks really cool. Love to see more of this kind of gear out there for everybody in the Chinese martial arts. So stay strong, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. And definitely consider joining the channel. We really appreciate everybody's support. Until next time, stay strong. 再见.